Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to TMD, aka Tokyo Model Detective. What's up dudes? Yeah, it's been a crazy few 2 days of building on the bench. Big shout out going out to the Styrene crew, Styrene Syndicate, Mike, Gil, Stan, Freddie, John, and all the other crew members. Big shout outs to you guys. Yeah, I've been going absolutely crazy guys, but TMD's back, and back here for another actual review, an actual build review, and just talk about a few projects that I've got under the belt at the moment. But let's do an unboxing of this Finemolds 1/12 scale Warfighter collection kit. I actually picked this up at the All Japan Hobby Show event last year. Was very pleased to visit the Finemolds stand, and they actually had a very cool Girls Panzer tank, which was a very large scale tank, and it was friggin' awesome. And I managed to find these little World War II figures. Now they do have a few other ones. German soldiers, American soldiers, Japanese soldiers. They even have like a modern day soldier called Sandy, which is a woman. But today I'm going to be talking about the Waffen SS soldier light machine gunner. Love the artwork. It's very caricaturesque, if that is a word. Illustrated by Akira-san Toriyama. Beautiful box art. I love this illustration, man. Like pen and ink. It's a light machine gun guy. And on the front, the box contains parts for one figure, so you only get one figure inside. On this side, if you can see here, guys, what me bouncing the white light in there. Comes with some really cool accessories. It's got his helmet. I think that's a water carrier. I think another object which I can't work out what that is. I'm sure you guys who are into World War II can probably in the comments tell me what that is. I don't know. It looks like a huge friggin' nut of some description. I don't know what that is. It could be a water holder. I think that's a water holder, and that's something else. I'm not too well up on German military equipment, but that's obviously his gun, a P38 hand rifle. It seems to be made in 1993 by Finemolds. Obviously, you guys probably know Finemolds as they've been making a few Star Wars kits. On the side, kind of a close-up profile avatar picture of the guy, 1/12 scale. And on the other side of the box, it's got the actual machine gun. I think this is the ZB26 MG26. It looks badass, man. It's got a huge magazine sticking out. So what I've actually done is, guys, I've actually prepped this up, but we'll just have a quick look inside the box. I've actually kind of semi-made the figure, but I'll talk about what's inside the box and the instruction booklet. The instruction booklet, as you can see, it's got like a little cartoon character. It looks to be a British guy actually, and he's on the back of here. It's a really cool cartoon. He's got like he's carrying an airbrush, glue, clippers, knife, and a paintbrush. So that's a really cool gimmick that they've put on there. And on the instructions here, there are some little quirky little instructional guides. I think this one here is talking about putty. You might need to use some putty on here. And there's not that many parts for the figure. You've got the helmet, you've got his head, upper torso. The two legs are split into two, and left and right arms. Obviously it's all in Japanese. You've got his equipment section there, which I will talk about in a minute because I haven't unscrewed them off the runners. It's got a little satchel, hand grenade, pistol, and I think, sorry, what? That is something to do. It's probably saying here that you have to use a brush, maybe, for the details. And then you've got on the bottom side profile and the weaponry, the machine gun. Very cool, man. I love these little illustrations that they've got in here. On the other side, it's got the actual original image, but not inked. So I take it this must have been like the original, like pen and ink, and then the guy's gone on top with inks for the front cover. All in Japanese. It actually gives you some very definitive details about how to paint and decal this kit. And actually this kit does not come with a decal sheet. As you can see here, it talks about the details and colorings of the satchels and the equipment that he's got. I'm not going to say this on camera, but as you can see there, it's a German division of the SS Waffen. And if I take it, you guys, if you're up in your military, the SS Waffen were pretty hardcore guys, Germans. It's got some information here. It's got your color guide. It's all in Japanese, but from the front cover and the actual paint shots, it seems to be like a sandy brown, uber brown, and dark brown camo. It's got some information here as well. I think that could be about the gun, and he's got one of those German style hand grenades. But it's very clear and very well detailed actually. Not many kits come like this, or figures. And it comes with a base. The base is hexagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. It comes with a base. That's pretty cool. So you can put a little, maybe a little dial. You know, I've been talking about this time of year product here. So, you know, you could put some effects there. I think I'm going to actually do grass and mud. And it's just great that you've got a free base, because normally when you buy bases, if they're wooden, they can be quite expensive. But at least Finemolds have given you a free base to play around with. So that's pretty cool. I'll go into the equipment and I'll talk about the actual quality of this kit. Now, it's not the greatest by all means. There are a few flaws in it, and I'll talk about that right now. As you can see here, there's a lot of cleanup. It's not the cleanest mold that I've ever had, and it is quite kind of funny because the company is called Finemolds. But this mold in particular isn't the greatest by all means. You've got lots of flash around here that'll need cleaning. The gun seems fine. The gun actually is quite well cast. You've got I think that's the water bottle. I think that's the hand grenade. You've got the satchel that will be you probably need to glue that together. You've got the the part of the machine gun, and this I don't know what that is. I really want to know what that's called, but I'm a bit tired today. It's been a long day today. And inside it's got some cool detailing of the helmet as well, which is pretty cool. Put that aside, guys, and I'll talk about what I've actually done to this. So what I've done is I've got some 2 or 3 mil brass rodding, and I've gone in with the old Dremel or modelling drill, You can use just a normal standard pin vise drill like one of these. So what I've done is I've actually put one in the head section and two in the arm sections, and I've put one in between the legs. You might be able to just see on camera, maybe there's a brass rod in there. It's not picking it up very well, guys. So basically that's the head, that's the German officer, and as you can see I've just clipped the edges there, so that's going to require a lot of sanding, so just be wary of that. But apart from that, it looks pretty cool, and I'm really excited because this will be one of the first figures that I've painted since I've come to Japan, because I don't normally paint heads or flesh tones. So I've got a few ideas for this. I might actually airbrush the head or his face with some flesh tones, and then go in with acrylics for the rest of the kit. As you can see here, guys, this isn't too good. You know, that's where it's been cast in two parts there. So, you know, you're gonna have to clean that area up, and maybe with a BMC or a scriber I'd retouch in the hair details. So that cast is not the greatest by all means, as you can see here. See that? So that's the head. I'll put the head to the side. The two arms, I've glued this one, and this one should just fit in like that. It is quite a snug fit actually. I've got a nub there that I need to remove. He's actually smoking a cigarette actually. So if you look at this, that's why it says requires putty. I kind of bodged and made this not a snug fit here. So I'm gonna have to use some epoxy putty, and what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to sand that back a little bit on the edges, and then go in. See, that's a tight fit there. Just around the top of the shoulders, I'm gonna have to fix that. As you can see on cam, there's a huge gap there. The upper torso, I just glued to these two halves. So there is a brass rod that goes from about here to there, and I've glued it with super glue. I wouldn't advise using Tamiya for the body because I just don't think it would work it wouldn't be so secure. So I got some in my throat. But as you can see here, there's a gap, so I'm gonna have to try and fix that a little bit, and maybe use some putty, fix that hole again. On the back, clean that nub off, and again there's a huge seam line there. The rest of the figure, you can see where it's been casted in two places, so I'm gonna have to sand that down a little bit, fix that there, and we can move on. But it kind of looks like this. Oh, sorry, yeah. So with the head, I drilled a hole in there, so you know it plugs in. And again, I'm gonna have to use some putty. Oh, lost his head. I'm gonna have to use some putty to cover this crack there, if you can see on camera. But you know, it's fixable. He looks alright. So he does look a bit kind of weird at the moment. And once I've done some sanding, I'll come back, guys.